What's going on, everybody? It's Reid. In this video, we are going to be talking about the pros and the cons of living in San Antonio, Texas. Now, this isn't just some random list of pros and cons that I'm going to throw at you. This is the most important and crucial talking points that people typically ask me when they're considering moving to the area. I want to make sure that you have a firm understanding of the most important things like cost of living, schools, what is the housing market looking like? These are the things that people ask me, and these are my opinions on whether for our city they're a pro or a con. Let's get to it. For the cost of living category, this is definitely a pro for the San Antonio area. Our cost of living for a family of four is typically about $2,800 a month. Now, this is outside of your housing expense, and we're definitely going to talk about that later on in the video. But this is for a normal, middle class, comfortable life. You can expect about $2,800 in your bills. Now, for a single person, even less than that, obviously it's about 830. If you're curious about your city and how it stacks up to San Antonio, I'm going to drop a resource in the description that you're going to be able to find out exactly how your city compares. Now, for a couple that go out to a restaurant for a 3-course meal, you'll find that we are really affordable. You can expect a $60 to $80 bill at the end of that nice meal. Culture in our area is definitely a pro. We are a huge melting pot, and people love learning and celebrating different cultures here in San Antonio. Now, we are Military City, USA, so you can imagine that people move from all over and retire here, and so you will definitely find it common to have friend groups of all different types of backgrounds, moving from different places, and we all love to celebrate different cultures. Now, whether that's Fiesta celebrating Hispanic heritage or Fest celebrating German heritage, we have deep roots here, a lot of different ethnicities and backgrounds that come together to enjoy our city. It's definitely a pro. What about safety? So safety in San Antonio is going to be a pro. The reason why I say that is because I genuinely feel safe traveling with my family or solo in and about the city. There are always going to be areas in any city that are kind of sketchy, right? So it's good to have someone that's familiar with the area, that knows where to venture to and where not to venture to. And if you're looking for trouble, then, well, that's something different. You're definitely going to be able to find areas and trouble in any city. Now, when my clients ask me about the safety of the city specifically, and we're looking in different neighborhoods, I always send them to a resource that I'm going to drop in the description below as well for you, that you can research different areas of San Antonio and see what the recent crime happenings have been going on. So I'll drop that for you as well. So let's talk about driving in San Antonio. This one drives me crazy. So this is a con for me in my book for San Antonio. The reason why is there's always construction going on. There's always traffic due to construction, right? We're a growing city, and it doesn't seem like the construction on the roads is going to end anytime soon. They're never going to be done, basically. Also, people are pretty inconsiderate on the road, and they feel like that they own the road, especially those guys in those huge trucks. Watch out for them. Don't get in their way. Otherwise, they'll try to run you off the road, almost literally. Now, this is in stark comparison to how we typically act. There's very friendly people in our city, non-aggressive people, but when we get on the roads, it's something different. What I do love about San Antonio's roadways, though, I will say, is that there's an outer circle and an inner circle. There's also a road that goes north and south, and then one that goes east and west, right? So it's very easy to navigate through the city. It's almost impossible to get lost because you can circle back around to where you started at. Most of the commute times in San Antonio is right around 45 minutes. Most people will say to get home from work, no matter where they live, it's about 30 to 45 minutes. And for a major metropolitan area, that's not too bad. schools in San Antonio, it's definitely a pro. And the reason why I say that is because my three kids have been going to school here in the area their whole life. They have genuinely made connections with teachers, and the curriculum goes above and beyond. Most of my clients that move into the area are definitely satisfied with the pace that San Antonio is on par with the areas that they're moving in from. Outside of just the regular curriculum, we really find that these schools are teaching leadership skills and life skills at a higher level. My kids come home talking to me about the 7 habits of highly effective people. It just blows me away at some of the things that they're learning as they go to school here. So the school system, most of the time, in most neighborhoods, is stellar. So I can definitely direct you towards a resource that can tell you about each individual school, and I'll do that in the description below. So if you're finding value in this video, go ahead and like and subscribe for me. It would really help me out. And also, we want to connect with you if you're thinking about moving to the city. I'll drop all the ways that you can connect with my team in the description below. Let's get back to the video. So the weather in San Antonio, I'm a little bit torn whether it's a pro or a con. I do know that we have some of the most beautiful weather in March, April time frame, and then it gets hot and humid from May to about October, extremely hot and humid. And so we do have a very long summer here, and the humidity is pretty high. But then after, October to the beginning of the year, we can have some beautiful days. Now, the only thing that throws that off is because that's the holiday season, and most people kind of want to be warm and cozy during the holidays, so I get it. It's a little bit weird to me too when I can wear shorts, on Christmas, and a lot of times we definitely don't see any snow or any ice during the holidays whatsoever. Just some crisp nights sometimes. But most of our beautiful days are going to be that March, April time frame. So the food scene in San Antonio is definitely a pro. We have some of the most delicious restaurants anywhere. Our tacos for sure are the best tacos in the area, if not the country. We have like a fun rivalry with Austin because they think they can throw anything on a tortilla and call it a taco. It's not really a taco, bro. But anyways, we have great, authentic Mexican food, or we have Tex-Mex, whichever you prefer. We also have any type of cultural food you can think of, from Indian to Greek. We have a wide variety of restaurants for any taste. Now, I'm going to drop my favorite restaurants in the description below so you can kind of check those out. But if you are in the area, I can't wait for you to try some of the foods that are here and available to you in San Antonio. So when people talk to me about healthcare, there's usually one of two things that they're concerned about. Either they're in the healthcare profession, or they're in a situation where they may need specialty care, or just worried about the proximity of hospitals to where they'll be living. For San Antonio, this is definitely in the pro category. Our economy is built on healthcare. It's one of our pillars, right? So medical care or medical opportunities are not in short supply whatsoever. You can feel confident about that. SAMC, which is one of the largest military medical centers in the nation, is actually the top burn center. People come from all over the world to get treatment there if they have really severe burns. Also, all of the medical military personnel, they get trained right here in San Antonio, Texas. So we're Military City, USA, but we're really specifically medical Military City, USA. So things to do in San Antonio. This is definitely a pro for our area. We have major theme parks here right in the city, like SeaWorld, Fiesta, Texas. Those are definitely something that we enjoy. We also have numerous museums, and we have the Alamo. So a lot of people are into history here and art, things like that. So you got to definitely check out that. When it comes to different restaurants, that's one of the main things that people do when they're out and about, is just trying different places because there's so much variety. There's an explosion of what's called a beer garden as well here, which is an outdoor area that has a full bar and also like a food truck or a small restaurant attached. So you can kind of, play and chill in the sun, maybe with the family while you have a beer, and that's awesome. There's always something to do in San Antonio, even if you're looking for the nightlife. It's not as big a scene as some of the major metropolitan areas, but we have rooftop bars, we have different clubs all around the city, so I'm definitely sure you can find something of your liking. I'm going to drop a link of things to do in San Antonio in the description for you as well, so check that out if you're interested. All right, guys, thanks so much for sticking with me this far. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do so that more people can see this content. I plan on doing builder tours, some walkthroughs, and definitely showing you what it's like to live in and about San Antonio. So before we jump into the last category, let me go ahead and take a sip of my energy drink. All right, so for housing is definitely my area of expertise, and for San Antonio, it is a pro category. The reason why I say it's a pro category is because right now the median sales price in San Antonio is only $306,000. Now for that $306,000, you're able to get a well-appointed 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, well over 2,000 square feet that would fit most American families. Now, a lot of our clients relocate from more expensive areas. That's really the draw, why they're moving here, right? So from California, that same home would cost them around $650,000 to $700,000. So a lot of people opt to move their equity here where they can afford more home. The other reason why people love the San Antonio housing market is just the variety. We have a type of home for every style. If you love historic homes, if you love contemporary homes, if you love craftsman style homes, we have it all. We have different neighborhoods and different styles for pretty much everyone's taste. I'm gonna drop a couple links in the description for you to check out different price points and different style homes if that's the information you're needing. Or if you ever have any questions, my info is in the description as well. Definitely reach out to me and my team or drop a comment. We would love to interact with you here as well. Well, this is my time. I enjoyed talking to you about San Antonio. I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope to see you on my next video.